Alright, we are recording. That's interesting. I'm looking at the heart rate monitor and I have it cropped off, but it shows my oxygen level, blood oxygen level at 89, now up to 92. It's fluctuating a little bit there, suggests that the pulse may also be wrong. But yeah, and now my pulse is going up because I'm looking at it. But I'm also not feeling 12, so the fact that it's as high as it is doesn't weird me out as much as it normally does. Alright, so, as the thumbnail says though, this is Horror Express, a film that I actually have seen part of some years ago. It's just, on vacation, got to the hotel, didn't feel like going immediately to sleep, had the television on, and got to see the ending of it and a bit more. So, yeah, and when I saw that it is up on Internet Archive at that address, as it says there, figured, yeah, that should work for one of these. I don't know what I'm gonna go to next. That is one issue, is that it is easy to start seeing that maybe run out of things to use. But it's okay. I'm not tremendously committed to doing these movie videos anyway. But they are kind of fun to do. Though I will admit I'm also kind of busy right now. It's I need this. So, anyway, let's actually get to it. And I did look at the file separately. It does apparently just open up black. Now, one thing interesting is, well, yes, this is definitely a B movie. It actually has some actors as, you don't expect them to be in a B movie. Like Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing. You don't expect these people to be in B movies. There's also Telly Savalas. Maybe Telly Savalas. I could believe him being in a B movie more easily than those two. And I'm not saying that to insult him at all. I do respect him. It's more just he just reads to me like someone that he would do it if he would have fun. That he would. That's why I true of all of them. It's like, if I'll have fun with it, I'll do it. I haven't really saw much of Kojak. It's one thing that he is known for. And Telly Savalas is Captain Kazan. Or Kazan. But he's also in The Dirty Dozen as the psychopath. He's very misogynist. I guess in the current definition he isn't necessarily a psychopath, but he is a misogynist sociopath. Lovely in that movie, not in this one. Wow, this is... That's what I got to work with, so... There we go. It's a little better. It's nice that I can just, adjust the level for the headphones and then worry about the movie audio later. See, this will come out on January 31st, which is Friday. This is the Monday before. I don't really care if people know how much time I did or did not give myself for this. It's more an issue for the games because that can be weeks or months ahead.
The following report to the Royal Geological Society by the undersigned Alexander Saxton is a true and faithful account of events that befell the Society's expedition in Manchuria. As the leader of the expedition, I must accept responsibility for its ending in disaster, but I will leave to the judgment of the honorable members the decision as to where the blame for the catastrophe lies.
Here's Christopher Lee. Now, one thing kind of funny about him is a story that he shared concerning The Lord of the Rings, because he played Saruman. He hadn't read the books beforehand, before doing that role. But since he got the role, he was reading them every year. At least, that's what it was that was stated, and that would have been like 10 years ago, or probably more than 15 years ago. I kind of hope that that's still the case, that he did find the joy in reading them initially and decided to continue doing that every year, to continue to find such joy with them. They're good books, I mean. It's good when you can have a positive experience. Lovely.
Seat left.
My name is Saxton, Alexander Saxton. If you will check, you will find a telegram I sent you 3 weeks ago instructing you to reserve accommodation for me.
There's nothing I can do. Hello? Yes.
Cut the bag and sort it out anyway.
Yes.
Well, look who's
here.
Professor Saxton, I presume.
Dr. Wells.
And what are you doing in Shanghai?
I've asked you the same thing.
Oh, I'm
So
just collecting a few specimens.
Yeah.
Miss Jones, let me introduce Professor Alexander Saxton. He dabbles in fossils and bones.
Glad to meet you, Professor.
How do you do?
Miss Jones has been assisting me. Bacteriology. Excellent technician.
For a woman, he means.
Seems familiar. Like I've seen this actor in other but I don't know. No, I couldn't place it.
Excuse me. 2 private compartments to Moscow, if you please.
2, you say? Will that be all?
And 3 crates of animals.
Impossible.
I know I'm asking you to perform miracles, but perhaps it will help.
What is going on? Actually, I genuinely... Okay. I don't quite know. That will be explained.
Squeeze in China. The Americans don't know how.
And in Britain, we call it bribery and corruption. Now, sir, excuse me.
You... Get out!
Huh? Sir Alexander Saxton? Yes? Captain O'Higgins, sir. General Wang told me to find you, and to make myself useful.
Now I remember. I do have your Excellency's ticket. Your ticket, right here.
Thank you.
And the Lord had mercy on his soul.
Not that he deserves it, the dirty thief. You have his things?
You knew him?
Krasinski, the locksmith. He could open any trunk with a hairpin.
A thief? But he was blind.
Blind, he could spot a policeman a mile away.
He's blind now.
The work of the devil.
Can I be of any assistance, Father?
This is yours.
It is, but I demand an explanation.
Whatever you have here is unholy and must be destroyed.
Inspector Mirov, what is in there, Excellency?
Fossils.
What is a fossil?
A stone.
No, technically, yeah, it's not a fossil.
There wouldn't be something valuable in there, like gold.
Gold? It's a laboratory specimen.
There you go.
No value to a thief.
Where there is God, there is always a place for the cross. Even on this stone floor, just so. But Satan is evil. And where evil is, there is no place for the cross.
Rubbish. A conjurer's trick. Captain?
Yes, sir.
Did you get your men to put the crate on the train?
Actually, I'm wondering a little bit, what did they... I guess they could have just painted a piece of wood. So the paint
Ready?
wouldn't come off on the canvas that well.
Lift it up. Off you go.
I'm trying to remember, was it a continuous scene though, or was there a cut? You still could have had where one part of it on the end would have been protected so it wouldn't wear off and leave any marking in one section to it. So yeah, you could do it.
Where's crate C?
It's all there, sir.
Oh, here.
But still, a very nice storytelling trick. Right. Amazing that it could just be turned like that, and it's like, oh yeah, that's fine. This laboratory specimen, it doesn't matter which side is up. So if you just sort of crack it and you do a snap on what was me cracking my thumb. See, it's also weird because it was frozen. You would need to refrigerate. Yeah, I think technically that would not be considered a fossil, because a fossil is not the usual organic material, it's the minerals that collected on the organic material, and then bacteria and such destroyed the organic material underneath. That's why it was specimen versus a fossil.
What are you going to astound the scientific world with this time?
You'll read about it in the Society's annual report. It's a remarkable fossil.
Fossil? But you've got something live in there, I heard it.
You're mistaken.
You won't need to feed it then.
The occupant hasn't eaten in 2 million years.
That's one way to economize on food bills.
Baggage man. Alinka, what's the matter with you?
Yes, Countess?
You have a safe full of valuables?
Yes, Countess. I shall make out a receipt.
Maybe it's just me, but I would think the receipt, you'd have to know what's in it.
Excuse me?
So is he gonna open it up or
Alinka's afraid of something. What do you have in that crate?
Oh, nothing that would interest Alinka, madame.
Normally she likes Englishmen. All we Poles do.
I am honored, madame.
Oh yes, England. Queen Victoria, crumpets, Shakespeare.
I admire Poland, madame. I believe that there is a bond between our countries.
My husband, the Count Petrovsky, says that in the 15th century, your King Henry betrayed us to the Russians.
I hope that you and your husband, madame, will accept my profoundest apologies.
Oh, she's really afraid. I wonder what it is.
May I escort you back to your carriage, madame?
chess piece. It's like a pawn.
Yours?
Oh, thank you. Excuse me.
Yes?
I was on the platform before when that mad monk was carrying on.
Yes?
I'm an engineer, a scientist.
There's a little different.
This is ordinary chalk.
Engineering science.
How do you explain it not writing on that crate?
Hypnosis, yoga. These mystics can be very convincing. They can even hypnotize themselves.
The fresh food we will pick up. Who will pay for it, sir?
Oh, just give me an account of how much you spend. If someone were to drill a little hole in this crate during the night and take a look at what's inside, I'd be very grateful.
It's a little underhanded. But then they already try to set up his will and bribe, so...
It's in order.
Help me.
In what way, madam?
Is this number 8?
That's next door, Wells compartment.
There, don't cry. Everything will be all right.
Excuse me.
Sorry, dear fellow, I'm afraid you're in the wrong pew. Here, number 8, do you see?
8A, lower berth. 8B, upper berth.
Don't worry. Look here. I was supposed to have this compartment to myself.
If you don't mind.
I'm sorry if I'm in your way.
Not at all.
Excuse me.
I have no ticket and I have to get out of Shanghai. I'm sure I can make it worth your while.
The young lady's in trouble.
Well, what do you suggest we do about it?
Couldn't you double up with somebody else?
Miss Jones?
Steady.
I'm sure we can all get along very well together.
He knows how to use it. Get more than just a circle. That seems like way more work than actually just trying to drill a hole in there. Okay, well, I'm unsure what he was actually unscrewing that it would help. It didn't look like it was a hidden. I don't know why he unscrewed those first two. And as you can see, it's alive! That's too thick. It would definitely destroy it, but I would think it would be... Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't think I'm just watching that. I think I'd be like, at least trying to hit the hand. Out of his eyes. And that is a hint at what will ultimately be revealed and explained for how this has happened.
There's the stink of hell on this train. Even the dog knows it.
When the Englishman comes to call, what should I wear?
Sure of yourself, aren't you? The blue one with the décolleté. Or perhaps the red one.
You're jesting with her immortal soul.
That's why we keep you, Pujardov. Our immortal souls are your concern.
She's afraid of something.
I'm getting to the water.
Tell me, Pujardov,
Yes?
which do you think I should wear for the Englishman? The red or the blue?
Enough. I forbid you to talk this way.
You forbid?
Forgive me, Your Excellency. My concern for the spiritual welfare of the Countess, I forgot myself. I will pray for humility.
Pray hard, Pujardov, or you'll find yourself praying for a job, too.
May the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Ghost.
I would kind of hope that's not a serious threat, though. You know, and understanding that's just what his role really is. Still admonish him, but...
Oh, it's the piece I was playing. I wonder who it is.
Everybody got on the train.
You wish to see us?
I thought one of you might know what happened to the baggage man.
I haven't the remotest idea.
What about you?
Perhaps it had something to do with what's inside that crate.
I agree with you. He was trying to open it when something happened.
What? Fortunately, he was interrupted.
Yes. By whom? Why are you so worried about it being opened?
It may be my fault. I asked the baggage man to take a look. I was curious.
It was no concern of yours. Or of yours. Good night.
Ain't that defensive?
One man dead, another missing. It's time we open this box.
You will do no such thing.
Make friends.
Give me the key. See if you can open the crate with that. Go ahead!
That does not look like the right way to handle that axe. It had to have been very uncomfortable. Now we know what happened to him.
My God. It's the baggage man.
What was in there?
I told you, a fossil, part ape, part man. It lived 2 million years ago.
Are you telling me that an ape that lived 2 million years ago got onto that crate, killed the baggage man and put him in there, then locked everything up neat and tidy and got away?
Yes, I am. It's alive. It must be.
Lock him up. We'll search the train and find it, whatever it is, and destroy it.
But if it's alive...
I want this kept quiet. I don't want to panic the passengers.
That's not disputable in miniature. Those ways are going really fast. Well, I mean, true, I guess they could actually be going very quick, but it just didn't look like it had weight to it. Because that seems to very much be, and appropriately so, be taboo. Like, you know, you can verify it's a monster by even threatening use. How does it still have frost on it? You gotta admit that, and it is restoring itself, but it's those rifles are not what you'd want to use on this trip. There is very little room for a weapon that long, especially with the bayonet. The bayonet makes sense though. Like having a bayonet makes sense to have. Makes sense to have it, but it's just that length is so unwieldy in such a narrow spaces. Makes sense that that's money. Just
my glass is empty.
Setting up the shop so that it would be much easier to do.
My mind was elsewhere.
As a miniature versus
What
having
is
a
it?
real train go by, because it would take so long to get up. Just, unless
I can't tell you.
You did speed up the footage.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Haven't we met?
I don't believe so.
Yes, at the governor's palace, General Wang.
You're mistaken.
Of course, I beg your pardon. It was somebody else.
See, I gotta admit, that is one advantage to...
What's the matter?
To trains versus planes or cars.
It's white.
A dining car.
Naturally, it's boiled.
Boiled? Yes.
What would cause these...
Is it true you're a doctor?
Humans
Ask
to
me
boil.
when I finish my dinner.
It's urgent.
What are the symptoms?
He's dead. You saw him.
Oh, that one. There's nothing I can do for him.
Now there's one more dead. One of my soldiers. The same white eyes. I want to know the cause of death. Who's dead?
You should
Keep your nose out of it. You didn't hear anything.
Then don't say it so loudly. I mean, come on. That's on you.
Is Professor Sexton's fossil still at large?
I think the fossil, or whatever it is, escaped. Jumped off the train.
Miss Jones, I shall need your assistance.
Yes, well, at your age, I'm not surprised.
With an autopsy?
Oh, well, that's different.
Very curious.
A genetic defect, obviously.
Scalpel?
Mm-hmm.
Can you keep that still?
Mm.
What is he doing?
Trepan.
I wouldn't think you'd normally go at the crown. The top of the skull, because, well, trepanning is used
Don't get up, please.
through a hole. It would still work.
I see you have decided to dine alone, Sir Alexander.
I've eaten in worse circumstances.
And in worse company.
Ransom.
Here you are, Doctor.
Is he actually going to stick around?
You're in bad humor because you've lost your box of balls. Hmm?
That box of bones, madame, could have solved many of the riddles of science. If the theory of evolution is confirmed, if the science of biology is revolutionized, if the very origin of man is determined.
I have heard of evolution. It's immoral.
It's a fact. And there's no morality in a fact.
1906, yeah, there would still be such questions about it.
And
Well,
what
fun
about the
fact
baggage man?
is still considered a theory,
And that poor thief
so
at the station?
What about them?
They are dead. Was your creature responsible for that?
Probably.
And you don't care?
A baggage man and a thief? You're right, madame. I don't care as much as I should.
Can you tell me how he died?
Smooth as a baby's bottom. You saw this man today and he was normal.
Absolutely.
It must be a mutation, a freak of nature.
What's so special about this brain?
Learning and memory are engraved on the normal brain, leaving a wrinkled surface. This brain has been drained. The memory has been removed.
But it would
like
be
chalk
rectified.
erased from a blackboard.
But it's true that those are actual physical. It is encoded as physical structures. How the neurons are connected, their pathways. Anyway, it might be You'd think that they'd be mobile.
Come in.
I'm sorry, it's just
Thank
such
you.
a silly thing, and
It's all yours.
when closing the
I won't be long.
the skull, it we still don't know what's up with her. What's that hand? Ah, she's a thief. Design instead of having a single knob and 4 tumblers to it, but you'd think it would also be easier to break in. people killed that we've seen have all committed some crime. In some cases, that is how horror is set up. It is a punishment for transgression.
Miss, it's Dr. Wells. Miss, are you all right?
So, I doubt that movie would be public domain. There's, I think, a Hammer film that he did that as a joke, because he also played a doctor in that. They introduce him where you see him looking through a magnifying glass at something, and so they do the typical visual trope.
Miss, are you there?
The eye is really enlarged in the lens, letting you know it's magnifying lens. But the joke was that it wasn't that there was a magnifying lens, it was just like plain glass. His eye was massive. That came up recently because in the Rogue One Star Wars movie, they needed to have a double for him, and Peter Cushing is long dead, so how did they recreate the face? They had a model of his head from that movie still, and that's what they used. That is what they used to wrap a new head onto the actor that they used, which it still didn't look quite right to me. Yeah, somewhat the face, but his whole body, it looked much larger than Cushing. Concept of heating up an object wouldn't work for releasing physical bonds, and the energy that come from that could be used to figure out what those bonds were. So technically that makes sense for a way to read information out of the brain. It just wouldn't work like that.
Come in.
Feeling better?
Yes. Anything wrong?
That woman who was killed. The engineer, you know, the chess player. He told me that she was an international spy.
Yes, I know.
Oh, you do? Well, could that fact have had anything to do with her death?
What do you think?
Dr. Wells and I performed an autopsy on her. Her brain was completely smooth, just like the baggage man's. Everything had been erased. Now, I have a theory about this.
I'm only a policeman, Professor. I don't have much education.
Well, I'd make it simple. Supposing that creature, the one you killed, was capable of taking ideas directly from other people's brains and transferring them to its own.
You mean it sucked other people's brains?
Absorbed through the eyes. That was our first clue.
Is not a sense that has a direct connection.
Then, if the beast had absorbed your brains, all of your education would have gone into its brain. It would have been as clever as you.
Much more so, because what it had taken from me would have been added to the learning that it already had.
And we had a hint of this earlier, because it was whistling what the baggage handler was whistling.
Thief. What was the creature looking for?
Well, that we'll never know, now that it's dead. And yet...
What?
A creature like that. How would it ever die?
Inspector?
What is it?
I found this. The animal had it.
The animal had it.
Give it to me. It belonged to Count Petrovsky.
How do you know?
I saw him put it in the safe.
Steel, harder than a diamond. That's why the spies are after it. French, German, English. But they're wasting their time. What really matters is the formula. And that, gentleman, is safe. Up here.
What happened to the girl? The spy?
She's dead. The fossil, or whatever it was, killed her. But there's no more danger, Countess.
Beast is not dead.
I put 4 bullets into him.
You think evil can be killed with bullets? Satan lives. The Unholy One is among us. Oh, Shamo, Shamo,
That's not gonna make him happy.
Specimen jar.
What do you expect to find in the eye fluid?
I don't know.
Vitreous humor. That's what it's called. And this is actually a neat thing, because I have seen, I don't know how much of it I remember, but I have seen much of from this point on.
It's incredible.
What?
Yeah, you gotta look for it yourself, man.
It's the last thing the creature saw.
The police inspector.
The image has been retained in the fluid.
Exactly. The creature's visual memory is located not in its brain, but in the eye itself.
Which is utter nonsense.
Can you identify anything?
It's a brontosaurus. A pterodactyl.
It's kind of funny since Brontosaurus is no longer a thing. It's an Allosaurus, and there was something else. The Brontosaurus was, I think it was something like they were 2 different, maybe 3 different dinosaur fossils altogether that they thought put together were Brontosaurus, but it's actually an Allosaurus, which is like that same shape and size, and then like 1 or 2 other.
Incredible.
This is not a map.
It can only be the Earth, seen from space.
I hope I'm not intruding. People on the train are becoming afraid, Professor.
People on long journeys become bored, madame.
Maybe
They crave
don't
excitement.
do this in the dining car, though.
Then there's no more danger.
It's all finished.
And what about your science? The evolution you were talking about?
Look for yourself.
Come here, Pujadov. There's something I want to show you. Look.
Боже мой. It is the Holy Rite. On the second day he created the earth. Where did you get it?
There, from the creature's eye.
The Eye of Satan.
Nonsense. There's a scientific explanation.
You know it?
No,
Not yet.
not yet.
You had to know.
For the fall, before Satan was banished from the throne of God, the evil one looked down from heaven and did see.
Rubbish!
Probably some more than rubbish.
Pujadov. Pujadov. Where is he?
I don't know.
He's gone mad.
I'll look in the baggage car.
Right.
I never really understood why we have that trope of the electricity coming from the engine that's used for these lights would cease when going through a tunnel. Never made sense to me why they show that in so many films. That you do an autopsy and really just focus on the brain.
Looking for the thief, Miss Jones?
You'd expect,
You know about
more.
What's all the fuss?
More in like the torso, or the heart, the lungs.
You get back that eye and there's 1,000 rubles in it for you.
1,000 rubles for an eye?
There's something in it. Pictures.
Pictures of what?
Pictures of the Earth in prehistoric times. Pictures of the Earth seen from space.
Who else has seen such pictures?
Dr. Wells, Professor Saxton, and that pretty countess.
I see.
The skin itself doesn't look. There's some shaking, that could just be moving the bust, but I could also believe they would use contact lenses and just shine a light that would reflect off of them to do that.
Have pity. Have pity. going to kill me?
Fool, there's nothing in your head of any use. Another killing.
Stop the train!
No right.
I want to get off!
There's no law.
Quiet. There's been talk about getting off the train. Well, you can forget it.
I'll complain to the authorities.
I'm not one of your musics.
If necessary, I'll shoot anyone who tries to stop the train.
Shoot! Shoot, you stupid Russian!
It's also, why would you want to get off? You'd be in the middle of what looks like a wasteland. A frozen wasteland. So, if anything, I'd say, can we go faster?
Who else has seen such pictures?
Dr. Wells, Professor Saxton, and that pretty countess. Wells, Saxton, countess. Wells, Saxton, countess. Wells, Saxton, countess. Professor Saxton.
Getting some more water in case the heart.
Wells, is this creature dead or not? If it is, who killed Miss Jones?
Do you have any idea?
No, Inspector, I haven't, but I've asked the conductor to wire ahead to stop the train at the next station.
What's the idea?
Oh, well, seeing that there, you can see how the eyes are built up, so that would support something. I guess, okay, no, it would have been possible, I bet, to have thin enough lights in there, and they just cut out lights.
Tell me who you are. Tell me. I will serve you.
It's easy to convert, isn't it? The creature doesn't even want him. It's like, I'll still serve you.
I want to help you. It's like some contagious disease.
Well, if there's a disease, there must be symptoms.
Fever?
You could take everyone's temperature.
The eyes. Why do their eyes go white?
I think it's true what they say about those horrible white eyes.
Oh, that part is true enough.
Ah, Inspector. It's only you now.
What about me?
Your eyes. We must examine your eyes, too.
Certainly.
Perhaps you should test for radiation or other invisible rays.
X-rays? Well, it's a thought, but on this train, how would we go about it?
Are you a scientist?
An engineer, but I try to keep up with things.
That's to be admired.
Inspector, I suggest you tell all these people to stay together in groups or in pairs, so that if anything does happen to anybody, then somebody can raise the alarm. On no account must anybody be left alone.
News of the train.
The train will be here in exactly 14 minutes.
14 minutes.
Yes, Your
Yes,
Honor.
Tally Sava.
That's what it says here. Doesn't say it in words, Your Honor, but in code. It's like another language.
I know about telegraphs, little papa. I know about trains. I know about electrical currents. On your feet, everybody! Outside, full pack! Even though I still believe in God, I don't like to be made a fool of.
No, Your Honor. I wouldn't do that.
Tell me, little father. You believe in the devil?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, good. Send a telegram. Tell him that Captain Kazan, he knows that a horse has 4 legs. He knows that a murderer has 2 arms. But still, the devil must be afraid of one honest Cossack,
Okay. That's an unusual line. Well, more the build-up to the line. Yeah, I get the whole the devil must be afraid of one Cossack, but what's with the horses?
Earth gravity. You know how to measure it.
How to measure gravity?
What I would like to know is, can gravity be overcome?
If you mean, can man get beyond the gravitational field of the Earth into space? Not yet, but any day now.
Someday?
There is a mathematics professor. His name is Tsiolkovsky. He has ideas about rockets. Machines that can fly free of the Earth's gravity.
You know him?
Tsiolkovsky was one of my teachers. He was like a father to me. But why would a man like you be interested?
He wants to go home. I mean, it's already implied he's an alien because he saw Earth from outer space. What happened if you wore sunglasses? Polarized sunglasses.
What do you
Would that
think is
stop?
behind all this, Excellency?
Look at this. That's what we saw under the microscope. It shows the Earth as it might look from space.
What does it mean?
It means that millions of years ago, some form of intelligence, came to the Earth from another planet. The atmosphere of the Earth was new to it, different. But it learned how to survive.
How?
By entering into the body and brain of an Earth creature. The fossil that I found and brought with me.
And this thing from another planet survived the fossil, then came to life again?
Exactly.
Go on, Professor.
The animal that you shot was only the host. And when that animal died, the alien intelligence transferred somehow to another host. It's alive in someone on this train.
You're a very good detective. You've discovered everything except who is now the host.
That's our next step.
Thought this might come in handy.
Oh, good idea.
The 2 of you together, that's fine. But what if one of you is the monster?
Monster? They're British, you know.
Yeah, that's how that works. That is how that works.
But you must have seen something.
I told you I was asleep. He knew about the white eyes. He told me.
When you fell asleep, the lights were on. And when you woke up?
They were off.
Are you sure?
Positive. It was dark. I put the lights on. And that's when I found him beside me.
When we did the test, the lights were on.
Master.
Oh no, not this guy again. How can I get rid of him? Should I just kill him? And those thoughts have to run through your mind with this guy.
Inspector.
This steel at high temperatures, what happens to it?
It gets stronger. What temperatures, for example?
10 or 12,000 degrees.
Where on earth would you get such temperatures?
Nowhere on earth.
Of this, I'll have you sent to Siberia.
I am in Siberia.
This is Countess Irina Petrovska, and I'm Count Marian Petrovsky.
Oh, Your Excellencies, I'm sorry. Of course, the Count and Countess are exempt from our orders. Please, escort them to their car.
Have to believe he had fun with this role.
Are you a countess?
I'm an American, and I'm not accustomed to being bullied by foreigners. That man, he's the one who wouldn't let us get off the train. He's responsible.
Your Excellency, I'm a police inspector.
Everybody's under arrest! Including you. Who are the killers? Who are the troublemakers? Who are the foreign influences, huh? Oh!
Don't worry. I'll smoke them out. What's he raving about?
Apparently the message did get out. So he may have given the message and then was just typing it up for...
You English believe in free speech, don't you, huh?
Certainly. If instead of babbling nonsense, you'd investigate this properly.
Oh! This is outrageous! Oh.
So, you are a police inspector, huh?
Yes, Captain. Mirov is my name.
Mirov? Oh, Mirov. That's a good Russian name, Mirov. Tell me, Mirov, what do you know about all the filth that's going on here, huh?
Filth?
Oh, come on, Inspector. Certainly you know what I'm doing here, don't you? You just point out the suspects, and I promise you I'll get the truth out of them.
You're mistaken, sir.
Mistaken? Fool! Get back!
has the evil eye.
Huh?
Beware the wrath of Satan.
Cool, huh? On your knees, monk.
We must try and stop this.
An interesting kind of madness he's going with.
He was trying to protect you. Why?
He's mad.
Who are you?
I told you, a policeman.
Thy will be done on earth as it is in hell.
He converted very easily.
Now anything that moves near that door, kill it!
That's the
But
way
what
that
if the monk is
country
innocent?
We got lots of innocent monks. All right, let's move these peasants out of here. Quickly!
Yeah, if you... They just made up, so that is something over his eye. Now, whether they put in small light sources, or if they are just reflecting a light in there, not sure. So he is now in a fully functional body. I would have been waiting to shoot until I actually saw something there.
fails in the dark. He can't play his little tricks in a strong light.
with their eyes, but yeah.
You take care of the others.
What about you?
I'll be all right. Go on.
Will you take this?
Right.
He wants, well, the metal, but also the form in his head.
You know, in spite of everything, Pujatov had a certain affection for you. Yet you humiliated him often, even in front of the Countess.
It's too late.
I see you hanged.
The poor monk. He loved you more than he loved the promise of heaven.
Over there. Quickly, over there. Irina, behind me.
It would be a mistake to kill me.
Who are you?
In words, it's difficult. I am a form of energy occupying this shell.
Where do you come from?
Another galaxy. I came with others like myself. I was left behind. An accident. I survived in protozoans, fish, vertebrates. The history of your planet is part of me. Pull the trigger, and you will end it.
What am I to do with you?
Let me go.
That's not possible.
It is possible. I will teach you to end disease, pain, hunger.
Wait. Trying to keep killing, and you want to leave.
There's something more.
You want that information. It's like you tempt me with something that you're gonna take away from if you leave. So it's like the whole murder stuff, and you know. Yeah, big use. speed, so... Oh, that's the dude. And that was also very dangerous. There's a shotgun. And she was right there. I'm sorry if the microphone picked up my laughing. It is just such a ridiculous scene. This line of men walking down with single file is just... it's kind of ridiculous.
Saxton! Thank God! Stand back, please. Make room.
Yeah, but this doesn't have to do with, killing the thing. That is definitely
true. Moscow says to stop the express when it goes through the switching point.
Derail it. That means killing everybody on board.
That's what it says. Maybe there's a war. Maybe it's war.
How would Moscow know enough of what is going on to, make such a decision? Why would you have a track that does that? That just goes off to nothing, and also the bag is probably having momentum to keep going. They all do also have their own weights, but you need to know that. But yeah, you actually needed to have the proper procedure for braking, because you didn't want to damage a train. Like if you were actually trying to break an entire train. I think it was, you had to always start at the back and work your way forward, because you started at the front trying to brake. Then you'd have the rear of the train trying to push into the front. Whereas if you brake at the back, it stretches out. So you don't have cars being compressed. But, yeah. Polar Express is a weird film. But I could almost see it being remade today. Although would you have to explain to people that yes, there was once a time that we actually rode trains to across countries. We didn't get on these airplanes. I have no idea what this is. Huh, that's interesting. I already pulled out the full screen preview. What's it called? Full screen projector. In OBS, because that's how I watch them, so it's full on my monitor. So I'm looking at the heart rate monitor now, and just it's interesting seeing how back there was a time when it was just flat. Oh, that's also. Oh, I keep looking at the. On the left is where it's got the Sounds like it's done. So I'll go to this. On the left. Well, you'd see it too. That's the red. That's the blood oxygen. And I was looking over there. It's like, no, that's not right. Pulse is on the right. And is it so interesting to see? It goes up technically to 255 on the graph. I don't even know how you would get a pulse of 255 beats per minute. That's scary to me. Anyway, I'll be stopping, and I don't know what movie I'll do next. I mean, there seems to be a decent list, but finding the right one that seems appropriate and such. Well, that can be a little bit of the trick. Finding the appropriate. Anyway, see you next time.